Hello children, welcome you all to 10th standard English class. In the previous class, we have come across the act of stealth committed by William Wordsworth to view the beauty of the nature and was proud of his rowing skill and compares the moment to the swan. But as he moves towards the craggy ridge, he felt that it was a boundary but suddenly loomed up as a huge and black peak, having a life of its own. It seemed to the poet as if the mountain was a living creature. With trembling oars in his hand, he changed his mind and moved on silently over calm surface of the lake back to the shelter of the willow tree where the boat was tied initially. Now, moving on to the last part of the poem. I will recite. Please follow in your textbook. And through the meadows homeward went, in grave and serious mood. But after I had seen that spectacle, for many days my brain worked with a dim and undetermined sense of unknown modes of being. Over my thought there hung a darkness, call it solitude or blank desertion. No familiar shapes remain, no pleasant images of trees, of sea or sky, no colors of green fields, but huge and mighty forms that do not live like living men, moved slowly through the mind by day and were a trouble to my dreams. Difficult words which we have come across in this part of the poem. First one, meadow, which means grassland. Second one, spectacle, which means sight. Third one, solitude, which means loneliness. Last one, blank desertion, which means devoid of thought. Devoid refers to lacking of something. Here it is lacking of the thoughts. That is, there is no such clear imagination or a thought which comes into the mind of the poet. Moving on to the explanation. Poet rows back and keeps the boat near the willow tree and goes back home in serious and thoughtful mood through the grassy fields. On the way back home, he finds green fields, but there is one thought in his mind. What is that? Yes, the act of guilt or the act of stealth. Even after many days, he feels lonely and devoid of thought. Whenever he remembers the act of guilt, no familiar shapes remained. There were no pleasant thoughts, no images of trees, sky, or sea, no colors of green fields. He could not remember anything. He would only feel the huge and mighty forms, the big mountains which were there. They actually did not live. There was no life in them. But the poet felt that those were following him and they were echoing and were growing in size. The mind was still haunted by a vague and a strange feeling during the day and also troubled him at night in his dreams. Thus, in this poem, the poet narrates an experience of his boyhood which left upon him a profound awareness of the wisdom and the spirit of universe. I hope you have understood this poem, children. Now, it's the time for the assignment. First one. The episode of the stolen boat ends with the boy leaving the boat back in its mooring place with Dash. Second one. The poet's mind was still haunted by a dash and dash feeling. Thank you, children.